Hi, I am Jennifer Elizabeth Masters, and I am the author of Happy Anywhere, the guide for overcoming anxiety, depression, and unhappiness without a pill. I'm also the author of Orgasm for Life and Odyssey Victim to Victory. And I've had plenty of opportunities to deal with anger. How about you? So I've had a question recently about anger and how can we overcome it quickly, or how can we deal with it? So the first thing that I need to do when we're talking about anger is, what is it that we're angry about? And most likely, this is what I've seen happen even with myself, is that when we are triggered, the trigger is within us. So we have the issue. And if somebody upsets us, it's probably that we gave too much, we gave away the farm, and we didn't set up healthy limits and boundaries. And you know, the thing about boundaries is that we're not trying to draw lines in the sand or create fences around us, but what boundaries do is that they set expectations. And so when we're dealing with people, we can say to somebody, yes, I'd be glad to help you. I have 10 minutes that I can devote to this issue. Will that work for you? And if it goes beyond 10 minutes, then you go, sorry, I have to go do something else. But we are the ones that have to set up the expectations. We are the ones that have to say, no, I can't do that, or yes, I can, but I'll have to do it with this caveat. I could do it on Saturday, but not on Sunday. I could spend an hour with you, or I can spend 30 minutes with you. So we have to be the ones that set the expectations. Okay, that being said, there could also be very long-seated anger. You know, if you have had perhaps abuse or criticism that's been going on for many years, and you're still around that person who's still critical, it's important that you put a stop to it, because criticism isn't loving, it's not helping, and it sure doesn't validate you. So we have to learn how to communicate with our people, the people that we're with, the family members around us. You know, I would love it if I asked for your opinion, that you gave it. But until then, I'd appreciate it if you would just smile and wave, or just say, gee, that's awesome, but please don't criticize me. So there are lots of ways that we can get around that one too. So all of those things being said, here's two ways that I work through anger. One, and I had an issue with my daughter where I was driving all the way home from Colorado, and she was being taken care of, well, actually supervised by a woman, and I'd been gone for 5 days, and I was on my way home. The drive is very long from Colorado. I was by myself, and I was 20 minutes from arriving home to see my daughter. And this person, and I have to tell you, an adult, decided at that moment to take my daughter to LA, to a place that ended up being closed. And I got home, I was spitting angry. I was so upset because I was looking forward to seeing her. And I even had a messaging thing with this woman and said, you know, I'm going to be home in 20 minutes. I've been driving 19 hours. Please don't take her. And she did anyway. So when I got home, this is what I did. I sat down in my office and I breathed. And I'm not talking about, no, I'm talking about circular breath. It's called somatic breathing. And what does it do? It helps you process really powerful emotions. So let's just do this with me together. So what do? So it's circular breathing. In other words, you breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. Kind of like when you're having sex. So you don't stop breathing. And the point of it is that emotions are going to come up, feelings are going to come up, and you do not stop breathing. And I'm telling you, you will feel so much better after this whole process is done. Now, how long will it take? Well, it depends on you. Everybody is different. But for me, I spent 40 minutes processing, and I felt like a different person after. So let's just do that together. So we breathe in, out, breathe in, out, breathe in, out, and you just keep breathing and just keep breathing and just keep breathing. And you may feel tingling in your hands. You may feel tingling down your arms. It's okay. You're not going to die from breathing. It's a very powerful exercise that will clear your energy. Okay, so what's another method for getting rid of anger? Well, meditation, and it works really well for me. So what do? I light a candle. I will sit down, and I'll tell you a little secret. I meditate in my bed. Why? Because that's where my energy is strongest. I'm going to have to move this kitty. She's about to knock my computer off. So what I do is I sit and I meditate, and I close my eyes and I follow my breath. So yes, I'm breathing in meditation, and I'm focusing on my breath. And so close your eyes, breathe in. This breath is slower. Breathe out. Close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. And now what I'd like you to do is use this mantra. I am the light of the divine inside me. I am the light of the divine inside me. Now, if you don't believe in God and you don't want to use that term, that's fine too. You could use I love me and just let it float through your mind. So you're closing your eyes, you're breathing deeply. You can do this with your hands. This is a mudra. So you put your hands on your thighs, and your index finger and thumb are together. Now, why do you do that? Because what it does is it calms the mind. You want to calm the mind down. So put the finger, your index finger and thumb together, and hold the other fingers outstretched on your lap, and just say, I love me, with your eyes closed. You could also do an Om mantra, just saying the sound Om. Om. Or you could sing it, Om. And so that is giving your mind something to do, but I promise you within 10 or 15 minutes, the anger will subside. So those are two things that I like to use for anger. And then, of course, you know, if you are an athlete, you may want to go take a run. I know that's what my oldest son does. He'll go for a run or go to the gym. And if you have a heavy bag, oh, heck, yes. I remember, right, as I was going through a divorce, I took a self-defense course, and I beat the crap out of that heavy bag. And it is amazing what physical activity can do for anger. And so just get that stuff out. Don't hold it in, because when we hold in anger, what does it do? It ends up circling around in our bodies. It can cause cancer, and we don't want that. So get rid of it, and don't hurt anybody else in the process. I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit on working through anger, dealing with anger. And anger it's an emotion, people. It's supposed to move. It's not supposed to be stuffed. So, you know, there are other things that you could do. I'll give you one last tip. I have taken people out into the desert or into the woods on top of a mountain and done cathartic screaming. And that doesn't require any form of spirituality or any belief whatsoever. It is just a matter of screaming. And how do I start? Well, I bend down, put my head down around my knees, and then I move my arms up and I shout. And I mean shout, like from the depth of my being. And you do that 3 times, and heck, you're gonna feel a whole lot better. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and this video is the right way up, and I am back to Apple tonight to get my phone replaced. I love you people. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Masters.